Shocking development. Shocking development.
And a Bay Area team is involved in trades. Anyways, go ahead. We appreciate it. If you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit the notification button. Now, if you have to choose one of those, go ahead and pick the subscribe button.
We like that button better. Y'all been hitting that button for sure. Thank you. We're almost at 200 followers, man. This is crazy. Yeah.
So yeah, let's get into it. B, I'm towards.
It's showing right now, man.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. It is the week. It is the weekend. Yo, I'm just to kind of start off. I went to Monday Night Raw like I think it was about a month ago, right? I went to go watch some wrestling for the first time in a very long time, and I got back into watching wrestling again. So last night was the Elimination Chamber, and this is basically like the last premium event before we get to WrestleMania. Yep, which is going to be on the West Coast at Allegiant Stadium. Is that what it's called? Allegiant? I mean, whatever stadium your team plays in. Yes. Dude, this event caught fire. Well, not literally here. Everyone knows who John Cena is. Nicest dude in the WWE, fan favorite, whatnot. Can't see me, does all this. The kids love him. That boy turned heel yesterday and became a villain in the worst possible way. And it made for good drama. You had Travis Scott there. You had The Rock belting Cody Rhodes. And Travis, I think Travis Scott forgot the memo that this is fake. He literally slapped the hell out of Cody Rhodes. Like, it was real. You could hear that slap from a mile away.
Man, Cody should have hit him one time, man. Just one good time.
I wish he would have, man, but it was part of the story. So it made for great entertainment. It's now, it's awesome. You got WrestleMania coming up in a couple of months. So I'm excited. I thought I'd just kind of throw that out there for all you, wrestling people, that some of this stuff is real,
Hey, we're multifaceted. We cover all kinds of sports. So there you have it.
Oh, we won't. Yeah, we're gonna be missing a bit of the show on Sunday on WrestleMania Sunday because I'll be watching it. So we may have to start a little late that day.
For those who don't know, WrestleMania is the Super Bowl of wrestling.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Go ahead, B. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, man, who would have thought something fake could draw 78,000, nerds like the rest of us out there to enjoy it? I love it.
Fake, man.
That's true too. Yeah, you got a point.
Yeah. Hey.
But
if you want real, come to us because we keep it real. At least we try.
Yep. Should have worn a suit today if I was keeping it real. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm looking real busted, so I'm keeping it all the way real. But yeah, it's like
you 14 hours busted right now, bro. Like, you tired.
Anyway, let's jump into it. We gotta talk about this. Obviously, Lakers, Warriors. It's coming to a head at some point. We know it's going to happen. I can feel it. But along the way, these teams over the past week have been playing pretty darn good.
Last 2 weeks, man. Let's give them 2 weeks here.
2 weeks. Let's start with what was probably one of the best stat lines in shooting nights in the history of the NBA, which was late last week. I believe it was it Thursday? Thursday, 27th?
Mm-hmm.
Thursday. Stephen Curry put up 56 points. Let me bring up the numbers here because
let's go. I love to hear this. I know
that he scored 50 points. It's the percentages. It's all of that. And if this stupid computer we're almost there.
Go ahead, man. I can't wait for you to tell me these stats.
Man. Come on, NBA, like work on your stuff here. Killing me.
Look, man, the boy went for 56 at 37 years old. 36, whatever. 50 has the most 50-point game since turning 30. I think this was number 9 for him.
I mean, it was
And look, I don't care what you say about the Orlando Magic. The Orlando Magic is one of the better defensive teams in the league. Their size is legit between Franz Wagner, you got Paulo Banchero, Cole Anthony. They were missing Jalen Suggs as well. So their defense came to show up, but man, they forgot about number 30 that night because he absolutely was cooking from the jump.
Yeah, and this was definitely a Steph Curry backpack game because I don't think they only had two other people in double figures. One of those being no, you had Quentin Post. So you had three other players between Quentin Post,
The
Draymond
postman,
and Moody. None of them got over 20 though. Curry again, 56 points. But here's the kicker: 16 on 25.
Yep.
From the field. So that's at a 64% clip.
What was he from three? I love to hear this. Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir.
63% from the 3-point line. And 12 of 12 from the free throw line, so 100% there. Shooting wise, that is a ridiculous stat line, especially considering the amount of threes. And if you actually saw this game, this is what made this game so special. He wasn't just shooting because he felt like it, or he felt good in the morning, or his team was getting their butts kicked.
Oh,
the
God.
Golden State Warriors were down almost the entire game up until midway or so through the late third quarter.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
He was carrying them the whole time. Okay, he's scoring. I'm talking the points in every quarter. Even came up with a half court shot at one point. I believe it was that before the half? It was.
Yeah, it was before the half. He hasn't had one of those in a while either. Like, we haven't had one of those Steph Curry moments in a minute.
Crazy. The only thing is Curry had to reach in his bag and found most of his teammates in it. Jimmy Butler.
Oh, he had 7 assists. Jimmy Butler had 7 assists.
7 assists, 5 points. That's not exactly what we need from you, buddy.
I mean, we get it from Draymond, and we praise him when he had those days.
12 from Draymond, 10 from Moody, and then Quinn Post, the second leading scorer, with 18 points.
Bless you. 14-hour sneeze. Bless you.
Oh I can't even edit that out. All right. We're just going to keep going.
Hey, Papa J says he can't hear you.
Oh, no. What?
I know.
It says my mic's on.
Thank you, Papa J, for helping us out with that there. And what's up, man? Hope you're having a good. Hey, how's the recovery coming? I know you had surgery a few weeks ago. How's everything with the recovery too, man? But to go off of Curry's just amazing performance there. Like, we got the 40 from LeBron, not too long ago, right?
Yeah, 40. Yeah.
We got 56 from Curry. Like, dude, I'm sorry, but you just don't get that from any guy at this age.
Absolutely.
In their career here. And that just shows the testament to how these guys prepare, keep themselves healthy to be able to sustain these kind of long NBA runs here. And it's not like these guys have had short NBA seasons. A lot of the times they're making playoff runs. So they're constantly, having to play deep into June. Yeah. And we're all accustomed to that. It's just, dude, here's what got me the most hyped up out of that. The crowd reaction coming from Orlando. You thought you were at the Chase Center. Like, it was out of control. And then you're going to get MVP chants.
Yes.
Line at the end of the game. He got the same treatment in Brooklyn. Like, what superstar, name the last superstar that you could think of that got MVP chants on the road? Name
Kobe.
him.
That's it. Kobe. It's the only
other
one
we
I
all
can think
of Kobe, right? Kobe's one of the greatest in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And Steph, at this point in his career, we already know he's a Hall of Famer. He's the greatest shooter ever to do it. But like you said, what's most convincing about this is the fact that this is a guy who's already won championships. This is a guy who's already won, MVPs. Steph won MVP? I don't think he's won
finals MVP.
He's won finals MVP, but
All-Star game MVP.
League.
Dude, he's the first unanimous. Unanimous.
I knew I wasn't crazy.
No.
Anyway, so
back to back MVPs too.
So he's done all these things, but in a game where they could have easily just shut it down, to be honest with you, because they were down by 15 or 14
Yep.
points. He kept playing, and he kept shooting until eventually the team caught on, and he was able to keep his thing going. They played better defensively, and were able to move the ball a little bit better, and all of a sudden they had the lead and really just ran away with the game. At that point, the game was over because they stole all of the momentum. As B just said, the crowd is rooting for the best team's opposing player. So at that point, I don't know what Orlando was supposed to do. I think they should just pack it in.
What are you supposed to do in that moment, right? Like, literally, your fan base got outnumbered by maybe some old school Warrior fans, but we all know those Warrior fans in there are all new school people, right? And because of one guy, and that is Stephen Curry here. It is the effect that Kobe had on a lot of fan bases. Is the same effect LeBron James has on a lot of fan bases. These superstars don't come around that often, where they can have the opposing team basically sell out the gym, and it sounds louder coming from them than it does their own home team. That's how special this man is to the league here. And I don't know about you, but ever since he dropped to 56, it's been about where does he rank all time?
Yeah.
In NBA history as far as players go. Is he a top 5 now? Is he, I think he's in the top 10, but I guess the discussion is now, is he a top 5 all time? And I know it's not a discussion that you like to have, because they're of all the different varieties, but T, at this point, man, like, if you were to sit there and say, is Steph Curry a top 5, what do you think?
It's tough because he's not done playing yet.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that.
We got to let him finish his career. Now, if he goes down, he wins 2 more championships, or he wins another championship. If he keeps running up the scoring, I mean, we're going to have more of a conversation based on how things end as Luka Doncic hits 3 and makes the Clippers look stupid. God. But no, I think Steph Curry. I'll start with this. Steph Curry is the best perimeter shooter that we've ever had in the game of the NBA. Like there isn't a better perimeter shooter ever than Steph Curry. And what we're seeing right now is not something that will ever be duplicated again. I know everybody's shooting threes a lot right now. Everybody's team thinks that they can shoot threes off the break, or but Steph is a one of one. So once he's gone, that's it. It's not going to happen again. So I just want, so by that definition, I think he's definitely, by the end of his career, will definitely be a top 10 player in the league for sure, all time, for sure. Where he goes on that list in that top 10 will be based on how he finishes the last 3 to 5 years of his career. And so I think that's all I can say to it. And another thing, and I'll just throw this out there, but a lot of people are talking bad about, the league and some of the, the viewership. But here's what I challenge any sports or basketball fan is, if you blink, you're going to miss the best era of basketball that we may have ever seen outside of Magic and Bird, because the Jordan era was just Jordan. Okay.
Yep.
When you had the Lakers and the Celtics going against each other again and again, that was great because you had 2 rivals. So that was really good for the league. The Jordan thing, it was fun for Jordan, but it wasn't really fun for anybody else. And so we didn't get a lot of back and forth. We got some with Karl Malone and John Stockton, but it wasn't to the degree of what we're seeing now, where different teams are winning championships. There's been a different championship team in the past, was it 5 seasons?
Yeah, we haven't had a repeat since the Warriors.
We've got some of the best players from other parts of the world playing in the NBA ever, between Jokic, Giannis, Wembanyama, who am I missing?
You're missing the guy you have on your team.
Yeah, Luka
right now.
Doncic said his name. Luka Doncic. And then you pile on top of that, you've got the three Hall of Famers still playing in their prime, between Kevin Durant, LeBron James, and Stephen Curry.
It's such a golden era, man.
And KD probably will be in another uniform next year.
Warrior.
What we're seeing right now, and I know folks might skip over it because they're not paying attention, but you're watching one of the best eras in basketball right now. Don't blink. Don't Don't listen to the hype. Don't watch Stephen A. Smith and have people convince you that the game is not the same and nobody does this, nobody does that. If you watch the OKC basketball team for 2 games, you'll see the best defensive team in the league. If you watch Boston play basketball, you'll see the best 3-point shooting team and the best one of the better defensive teams in the league. There's a lot of great basketball being played, so I'm just as a basketball, somebody who loves the game, watch it. You don't miss this.
And to add to that point, it's a different era of basketball too, right? And it's all because of one guy. And I'm gonna say it. If Steph Curry isn't shooting these threes to begin his career,
correct,
and he wasn't going to be known for that, we don't know what era we'd be in. It'd probably be the same era that got left behind Kobe and Michael. And not saying that wasn't bad, but the way this game has changed, and to see people react to a man shooting 27-foot jumpers with ease, everyone's starting to love it now. Like it is part of the game, and we at some point have to accept that this is the way the game is going to be played. Quentin Post is 7'5" and should be in the paint clogging it up, and he's shooting threes.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
There's no doubt that Steph Curry changed the game overall. The Warriors with him and Klay, the way that they play basketball was so good that every single team in the league is now imitating it. The Celtics being number 1, by the way, because they shoot almost 53s a game.
They shoot more than the Warriors.
They shoot about 43s a game. I'm average. But they shoot more than the Warriors. Yes, that's all they do. And so, yes, Steph Curry changed the way the game was played. He changed the way people looked at offenses. It's no longer a crowd the paint and let people shoot low percentage threes. Now it's you have to defend the 3-point line. And it really has changed the way most teams in the league, a la guys like Trae Young, James Harden, there's a bunch of guys who have ticked up their 3-point shots and are living by that shot now. So, yeah, man, Steph deserves all the credit. I'm not going to take any of that away from him.
I'm going to tell you this. There's a lot of good 3-point shooters in the league. What 3-point shooter commands attention the minute he crosses the half-court line?
Yeah, it's only one, man.
No one does. He's the only one that does. They have to literally force people to him right after that. And then they know when the quarter's about to end and he's on the court, you got to find him.
Yeah.
You can't leave him open because he works on these things. These aren't things that he just does randomly. The man literally works on this. Go watch his warm-up video. He is taking a jump shot from the half-court line with ease. Man. And that's why they have to defend him like that.
Well, what makes Steph Curry so criminally
that's an understatement
at shooting threes and being a lethal shooter is he's a combination of what we used to see with Reggie Miller, where Reggie wasn't a dribbler. He didn't handle the ball at all. He simply came off of screens, came off pin downs, curls, caught the ball, and released the ball as quickly as possible. That was his game. Curry can do that. He does that a lot. But then he also can handle the ball. He can also handle the ball as a traditional small guard. Like you think of guys like Allen Iverson, or somebody who handles the ball, can go through the legs, can get past their one-on-one matchups and create shots. Steph can do that, but he does all of that behind the 3-point line. So he's one of those guys that's very difficult to defend already. And the bottom line is, there's nothing you could do about it. I watched the Olympic gold thing, right? Did you watch that?
Did you finish the entire thing?
Yeah, I finished the whole thing.
Dude, tell me, episode 6, what was the only thing they were so concerned about? Curry.
Yeah, but that shot, come on. That was the shot that closed out that game.
Batum, who was the other guy?
Nicholas Batum
and Fournier?
It might have been Fournier.
I think Fournier came off because he was shadowing KD and then came off when KD gave it back to Curry. Like, dude, we can talk about that game for a million years. Curry was the only guy they focused on. You know who they left open in the clutch situation? Durant and LeBron James.
Yeah. They left him wide open. Too. and instead, Curry hits a double-teamed fall-away going left 3-point hoist that hits the bottom of the net, and that was the end of France. But that's what I mean. This is a one-on-one player. There's only one guy in the league that can do what he does. Yep. It's just him. So by that definition, definitely a top 10 player all time. And this performance was just an example of you still got a sense of the old school player where he's not giving up on the team. He's not giving up on the play. He's not giving up on, even though they're down 12, 13, he's still shooting. He could, like I said, he could have easily been like, did a James Harden and just been like, I'm out.
I think I'm done.
I'm done.
You bring up a good point to that too, because in a league where a lot of these superstars are resting because their big toe hurts, their knee may be a little banged up. There's a term I would like to use, I just can't.
Yes.
But Curry's not a guy to take a night off. All right. This man does not want to disappoint here. And knowing this situation here, dude, you know what the crazy part is the amount of fans that swarm him during after his warmups and the time that he makes to best do that. Not a lot of guys do that in the NBA because they're so focused on their skill set, yet they give a $2 performance and have $1 million training routine. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like Curry has it all. And it's just amazing to watch. And I'm not trying to be a homer because it's a guy that I root for. But if you have any sort of common basketball sense, you would greatly appreciate the work that this man puts in, the effort that he gives. He does not like losing. And your best players do not like that either. And he's going to give everything he can to put them into a spot. You can't be mad when he shoots a three because, what is it, 60% of the time? It may go in. No one has those numbers either.
No, nobody does. And nobody shot as many. Nobody's made as many. It's not even a conversation. He's going to be what 3-point shots are, like what John Stockton is to assist. It's nobody's catching the number. It's just not going to happen. So, a random night in Orlando is not the night that generally, guys are looking to go out. Let's just call it what it is. But he made it happen because the team was just not playing well, and he was trying to find a way to invigorate them. Got a shot going. Nobody else was doing anything. All right, well, I'm just gonna put the backpack on until you guys are ready to get off this thing and run with me. And that's how it went down. But yeah, man, just crazy.
I'm gonna tell you this: that's that Mamba mentality.
Yeah,
100%. That's that Mamba mentality. He did not want his team to lose to the Magic.
Yeah,
then he goes out and dunks Saturday night, and man, that was an old man dunk right there. Like that took every single 2-foot jump out of him. And he said, "Nope, we ain't doing that again. That's for sure. Yeah. Like we're not going to see Steph Curry dunk again, but we're going to see him shooting more threes here." I mean, it's just it's a revamped Curry after getting Jimmy Butler. The team is still playing well, even though they let the 76ers off the hook.
Yeah.
And let them get rid of that night. But then again, somebody was gonna have to suffer that. The Sixers aren't going to be a team that loses for the rest of the year. So someone's got to lose to them. I just hate that it's the Warriors. But I mean, it is what it is. The Clippers have to lose tonight for the Warriors to stand ground with that.
We're gonna do you a solid.
I'm not saying it, dude.
We're going to do you a solid.
Bro, this schedule couldn't have been like the worst thing as a Warrior fan to watch unfold. All the teams either above the Warriors or even with the Warriors, the Lakers played all week.
Yes.
All week. And as a Warrior fan, I'm sitting there and I'm like, this can't be freaking happening right now.
We won. Hey, but we're helping you out, though, because we got the win against the Clippers on a back-to-back, which – we maybe should not have won that game, but a good defensive effort got the job done. We're playing the game tonight. We are up right now, and Luka hits another 3, 24-17. Luka's starting to get in shape.
I bet you ain't fat now.
Not anymore. So, man, but before we move on to the Lakers, I want to stick with the Warriors for a second. The Warriors, they lost one game, but they've been on a good run. The standings have kind of worked in their favor.
Yes.
So I do. Can you tell me what, as far as the injury for Jimmy Butler? I got to look that up. Is he gonna be? Is it day to day or
I think he's fine. I think they were just a minor back spasm. Obviously you want to take all the cautious in the world here. Like it's a 5-game road trip. It's all on the East Coast. It's a long trip.
Yeah,
you're not going to be perfect, but again, it's a 76ers team that's depleted. You
got to win that game.
You saw guys like Kevin Knox,
Yeah.
Guy Santos, guys who aren't going to be playing in these in these pressure games, playing that kind of game. So I'm not too worried about the Jimmy Butler injury. I'm sure he's going to play tomorrow night in Charlotte.
All right.
Uh, with that there,
I
obviously we're still waiting for Kaminga as well.
yeah.
Like
Well,
that, I
yeah.
wonder how
Yeah.
that's going to work out with Kaminga
Yeah, in the
getting back
lineup, I
in
have
the
no
lineup.
idea, man. But look, I mean, Kerr is not afraid to play a bunch of forwards if he has to.
No,
But I think my other question is, and maybe you kind of answered it already, but how are you concerned? Because Jimmy Butler, this is something he regularly does, right? Like in Miami, he's one of those guys. He's kind of like Kawhi Leonard, where he doesn't play unless he's 100%.
yeah,
That's his thing. So are you concerned that some of these, knick-knack, I'm going to miss 2 games here, 3 games there, a game here going down the stretch might hurt the Warriors' chances of getting out of the play-in?
I don't think so because I think this team has found a second win that they know they can avoid the play-in tournament. And it's not to say that this team wasn't bad before Jimmy. We just, with the addition of Jimmy, there's just been a different thing. I think Jimmy's going to get the hint of what it's going to mean because let's be honest, when Jimmy was playing with the Heat, he was the guy. He's
Yeah.
not the guy here,
Yeah.
but he understands the mission because they came off a back to back and all 3 of the stars played, including Jimmy Butler. So I think he understands how important this season is and what it's going to mean, not only to him, but to Curry, the organization here, and why he came to Golden State. I think he'll get the message, and we'll probably see him on the rest of this road trip here.
All right, all right. Well, I'm looking forward to it. Look, let's move on. Let's talk about the team that helped you.
Hey, yeah, let's talk about the team
that
that's
helped you
my
get
team
into
right now.
7th place right now, and that would be
Okay,
none other.
hold on, time out. We did that work ourselves.
Of
First
course you
and
did.
foremost.
I'm not saying you didn't do anything.
But you're saying that
I'm just saying you helped.
We
We helped. We just helped you. That's all. That's all we did.
Conversation.
That's all we did. So, as B said, the Lakers are lined up against a lot of Western Conference talent, and they've got a pretty tough schedule going forward. They've gone through a little bit of that schedule and have played pretty darn well. Of course, there was a win against the Nuggets a week ago or so. They went in and handled the Clippers the other night. And who did we play? We played some garbage team before that. I gotta look at the schedule, but
you lost to the Hornets.
we lost. Yeah, that was like before the All-Star break, man.
No, it wasn't. That was after the All-Star break.
Was that the game after?
Yes, it was.
Okay, I thought it was before.
That was the game right after the All-Star break.
Anyway, so let's look at it.
Papa J said these Laker girls are hot.
Good for you, Papa J.
I can't argue with that.
We're not gonna argue.
But no, I'm not agreeing to nothing like that. Continue on, please. I ain't talking anything positive about LA. Continue.
Be getting smart. I saw what you did there.
Oh yeah, I see what you did, Papa J. You almost got me there.
Yep.
Good job there. You almost caught me slipping.
Tried to get me. But anyway, the Lakers, obviously with the addition of Luka Doncic, have been working towards figuring out how they were gonna get LeBron James and him on the same page. Well, that's not really a problem. What we're starting to see with this team is the defense that they started to play when AD went down with the groin injury. This is prior to the trade. The defense for the Lakers ramped up. They're one of the best, if not the best, defensive teams over the past couple of months. They've continued to do that. So that's good to see, even with Luka on the floor. Because remember, the whole thing was Luka can't play defense. Luka can't do this, can't do. The guy's done pretty well for himself. He can't necessarily stay in front of guys. I'm not going to give him big credit, but he puts in the effort. And he can get you a few steals a game, too, by playing in the lanes. So I got to give him credit for that. What happened?
Papa J sounds like somebody's married. I'm not married, man.
Actually,
I do.
That would be me.
Taj is the one that's married. I've got somebody in my life, but what I'm trying to tell you, I will never talk positive about LA. I'm not gonna do it. That's what I meant. But you almost got me on that. You almost got me to say something positive about the LA girls. But nope. No. You're not gonna get me to do it.
So I'm sorry, no, it's all good. It's all good. But what we've seen is in these offensive performances from Luka and LeBron, they're doing a very good job of playing not even my turn, your turn. But because both of these guys have the capability of passing the ball, they've been absolutely difficult to guard, and we've seen the way different teams have tried to guard them in different ways. The Clippers last night just tried to switch everything, right? Because they didn't want to be caught in a situation where they're trying to get back to, guys who are coming off that screen for an alley-oop dunk, in Jackson Hayes, or going for a pick and pop. So they said, we're just going to switch everything. They did, and they got roasted because they kept switching Zubac onto Doncic. And then when it was LeBron's turn, then they ended up with Batum, Nicholas Batum on LeBron. Who
we saw how he played defense
in France, right? So they're not only you getting killed in the 1-on-1, but whenever they are getting beat in towards the rim, these guys still have the vision and court vision ability to get the ball out to 3-point shooters on the wings as well and make great passes. And so that's what has made this offense extremely difficult to deal with. Is not necessarily that Doncic and LeBron James are great scorers. It's been because they're great passers. And teams are struggling with trying to figure out, well, how do we guard them? Do we try to double them? They're a little too good to double a little too good to try to double as far as being passers. Do we just play them straight up? And do we try to ice them? Like, what do we do? The Lakers try to run ball screens to get guys into the paint. The Clippers try to take that away with as Doncic comes out of the game. What happened to him? Hopefully he's okay.
He's hungry.
He's walking. Shut up. Shut up.
Kevin Durant can use a few meals. I'm watching him. Looks like a skeleton on the court.
But yeah, so the combination of those things with the defense playing well has really gave them quite a boost. And I think this is a really scary team to look out for going forward because there just aren't any other teams that have that amount of wing size or wings that can get out there and pass the ball. Two guys that can pass the ball in that manner. And we've seen, and over these past couple of games, the Dallas Mavericks came to town, played pretty good, but ended up losing. The Timberwolves got toasted. I mean,
what a disappointment that
they got.
Man, damn.
I mean, it was so bad that Ed Edwards he got himself ran. He was like, "I'm out of here." Good job by Vanderbilt, by the way, who's been our Draymond Green of sorts, getting in people's faces and causing problems.
And this is what I'm going to bring up as well. All right, y'all make fun of Draymond for getting all these technicals. Who was the first one to 16 this year?
I don't know who.
And Edwards.
Yeah,
he had to face a game suspension because he hit the technical mark.
Yeah.
So, enough with the Draymond slander, all right? Like, Draymond hasn't reached 16. He's still a hothead, but he knows what.
That's only because he was injured for a while. Give him some time.
No.
Draymond's got games to make
I guarantee you he is not going to get it. Yeah, Leica is killing it. Yeah, that's right, Papa J. It's Leica, not even Luca.
But Vando's been huge for us too.
Yes, he has been. I'll give him that.
The game against the Clippers, gets the steal on Harden, talks crap to Harden, gets up, talks crap to the coach, Tyronn Lue, and walks away. And I'm like, that's great. I love it. Because he did the same thing with Kyrie Irving. Gets the ball, gets into a little scuffle with Kyrie. This is the kind of stuff you want on your team. You want guys who are going to keep the fire, who are going to have that spirit to where when it's winning time, it's winning time. Okay, so I really love what I'm getting from Vanderbilt. Dude, we win tonight. We, not you, me.
We ain't playing tonight. I know.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you guys are going to be the third seed. I get it.
No, we'll be the second seed. The Nuggets lost to the Celtics tonight. Okay, or earlier today.
You know what? Then I want the Warriors in the play-in tournament.
Yeah.
So we can get the 7th seed. So we can see you guys in the first round and put an end to all of this misery. God damn it.
Why you keep saying misery? I told you we are helping you out. Okay,
dude.
If we win tonight, you guys get to move up to the 6th. You got wait, hold on. We're standing.
No. We're not because we don't own the tiebreaker to the Clippers because we can't beat them yet.
Why you guys can't beat the Clippers?
I have no idea. But then again, we couldn't beat the Sixers either.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, I mean, at least if we win, you're tied with them, right? I mean, it gives you an opportunity. But anyway, whatever. Forget it. I'm trying to be helpful. You don't want your help. Fine.
No. Because you know what? I want you guys in the second round. Because as a Warrior fan, nothing would be more greater than to knock you guys out of the playoffs in the first round. And you know what? We're going to do it in Crypto.com arena as well. It's your website arena.
Look, man. Look. If it happens, I'm ready. All right, I'm ready. I'm just saying this team's playing really good right now. We are facing some injury problems with, you guys dealing with the Butler problem in Kuminga. We got Rui Hachimura out. I just saw Luka walk off the court, go into the training room. I don't know what the heck happened.
He got a doo-doo. He got a doo-doo from all
that. That might happen after hearing what Paul Pierce said about the playoff game. I'm telling you, man.
Like when you see a player walk off the court, he may not be hurt. He just may have to go to the bathroom.
You're very right. You're very right. Oh, I'm gonna have to run the play. I'm gonna have to run the YouTube video back on that play because I'm pretty sure there's a stretch mark on.
You mean a doo-doo mark? You mean a doo-doo mark on that white and green jersey of his? Let me ask you. Let me ask you this, T. Yeah. You got the Lakers and Celtics coming up. I think this weekend.
Next Saturday.
This Saturday. Yeah, how big? How big is this? Sorry. How big is this game?
I hope is your girlfriend's name. Is your girlfriend's name Anthony? Who's this?
It's an inside joke.
Oh, okay. All right. Well. I'll leave that one for the viewers to try to figure out on their own. But what we're gonna the question is how do I feel about the game next week between the Lakers and the Celtics? The same way I always do when the Lakers play the Celtics.
Ooh,
beat Boston. Beat Boston at all costs. Beat Boston down. I do not want to see the Celtics win. Also, considering that the Celtics are the best team or one of the best teams in the East. It's an opportunity to test yourself to see how good you really are. We probably won't have Rui Hachimura back by then, so we might be missing a player or two. But I think it's a great opportunity for us to go out there and see if we can line it, stack up with one of the better teams in the league.
Yeah, I can promise you, there's probably about 93 pointers to get put up in that game because the Celtics are good for about 50 of them. Sorry, man, I'm trying to get through this clip without dying right now. I'll share it with you after this show.
You gotta let me know what's happening, man. We're being derailed right now.
Hold on the edge. Get this thing under control.
So on to other news in the NBA. Let's shift gears.
Hold on. Can we talk about Jimmy Butler apparently not paying his rent and destroying his apartment or home in Miami?
Oh my God. Why?
I have no idea.
I mean, I know he's mad because he was.
I don't even know why that's news. Half of America does it. Like, why is this a thing?
Dude, well, Miami's trying to kick him as hard as they can before he went out the door. That's what that was.
His Miami reunion's coming up pretty soon too. Shit, we've got people watching us. All I'm doing is just dying over here laughing.
Well, okay. We're gonna stick in the NBA. We're gonna try to be kind of falls out the screen here.
Oh boy.
And talk about a couple of things. You talked about the 76ers. We have to talk about the fact that Joel Embiid is out for the remainder of the season.
And what are we supposed to be shocked by this?
I mean, okay. Not shocking, but it does at least bring up a conversation. We talked about this before. The 76ers, for all intents and purposes, should trade Joel Embiid the moment they get an opportunity for a bag of chips and rice cakes. And then also get rid of Paul George, who is not helping them win games at this point.
I'm sorry.
What the hell?
I hate people. I hate the internet. I hate
Papa J chimes in. I've never seen Brian turn so red in my life. We got Anthony Loya, who's apparently the cause of all problems here. Perpetrator. Rumor has it he destroyed a Cybertruck as well, talking about Jimmy Butler. Wait, how do you... I thought Elon Musk said those things couldn't be destroyed. How do you do that?
Yeah, I must say they clapped back. Almost all I'm going to say. Okay, let's get back on track. We're talking about a busted-ass person.
What's up, Katrina?
Katrina.
How you doing?
Katrina, don't fall asleep on the show, okay? That's all I'm going to tell you.
Brian cannot pull it together. He's dying, folks. Somebody call 911 and go get him. Check on the boy. Check on him. He ain't all right.
What were
Get
we
some
talking
water.
about? We were talking
We're
about
talking
broken
about the
knees,
NBA.
right? We were
Joel
talking about broken knees.
Embiid with busted knees decided to have season-ending surgery and will miss the remainder of the season. Joel Embiid has been a non-factor for the 76ers. The best chance they had was the James Harden team that took the Celtics to Game 7 and then fell flat on their faces in that game.
They ain't been right since.
And they have not been.
Right
well, they
since.
traded Harden shortly thereafter. Because, Harden doesn't like to play for a team longer than 18 months. He gets a little skittish.
That's for damn sure.
Yeah, so...
Joel Embiid is like John Cena, right? You can't see him. He's barely there. When he's there, it's a bad performance. And then he's gone for about half the year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it's like, are we really upset that he's gone? Like, are Sixer fans even missing this man? Like, he's not that important to this team at this point. If I'm the Sixers, I'm looking to ship him. Like, the time to rebuild is now, and it can't involve Joel Embiid. Sorry, man. I'm like lightheaded.
The thing is, they wouldn't have to have a terrible rebuild because of all the young talent that they have.
Yeah.
You saw. We already know about Tyrese Maxey.
The kid Grimes.
What's
you would call him Brittany Grimes.
I was about to call him Quentin Grimes.
Is
that his name? That's not his name. I wasn't gonna call him Brittany. Come on.
I heard you with the Brit.
That's not even that.
I know.
That's not even.
I'm
that
sorry, man. Now
name.
I've got the giggles now. Like, I'm sorry.
You're killing me right now. All right, who the Warriors play? They play the 76ers.
Yeah.
The kid's name is Quint. I got it right. It's Quentin Grimes. Okay, Quentin Grimes goes for 44. So, and then you've got Ulyss Solver, whatever his name is, another great player. Out of France.
He ain't having a shooting night like that again. I'm gonna promise you that. That man went off for 45. He ain't doing it again.
So if I'm the 76ers, though, we got young talent. Ship everybody off. Bring more young talent in there. See if you can get this thing rebooted.
I would do it. I would do it.
Hey,
speaking of young teams that are rebooting and actually killing it, the Detroit Pistons are 8 wins in a row.
Did you see them beat the Celtics the other night? They beat the Celtics the other night.
No. They didn't beat them. They beat their ass. They put a belt to that ass all night long. Like, don't sleep on Detroit at this point. Like,
Detroit, man.
They may be legit, man. 8 wins in a row. It's crazy.
Yeah, do what the Lions can't. Win some games. Win games that people expect you should. So good for the Detroit Pistons for, I don't know, giving their fan base something to root for. That's for sure.
Anthony Loya, Lakers always give us issues because of their size, but no AD and us now having Kuminga, Butler, and Post, we will take care of business. The only thing that really hurts the Warriors in that matchup is, was it Hayes? It's Hayes, right?
What do you mean? The only thing that hurts them?
No. I'm talking about, dude. Come on, man. Inside the post, the Warriors don't stand a damn chance.
Yeah, but Hayes doesn't play in the post. He's just an alley-oop guy. Look, the problem you guys have is always going to be size, but the issue isn't going to be. It's okay. Butler can't guard LeBron James. But I want to remind everybody that Butler is smaller than both LeBron James and Luka Doncic. Okay,
he could guard him though.
No, he can't.
He's guarding Luka. I guarantee you.
Kawhi Leonard can't even guard. None.
The only thing Kawhi's got is hands. That's it. His hand's about the size of the moon, and that's about it.
The other issue is you got to put Curry on somebody, and that's a problem.
Look, man. Curry's defense is so underrated. I'm not saying he's a great defender, but he's better than subpar. Okay.
Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is
give him a little credit for.
We traded in a 7-footer for a 6'7" wing player. So we've got we don't have size up front like that, but we have very large very big wings. Okay. So you got Braun at 6'9", you got Luka at 6'7". Even Austin Reeves is a healthy 6'4", 6'5". So you've got larger wings that are on the floor. Rui Hachimura is a legitimate 6'9". So you've got guys that are bigger on the wing, on the perimeter. That's the only issue that I think the Warriors run into.
We'll wait and see.
Yeah, well, I'm
We're gonna
ready.
see you in the playoffs. I'm ready for that.
Let's do it. We got
I mean,
Dalton Connect with 14 points
well,
against the
stop it.
Clippers
You
tonight.
guys almost traded him. Stop it.
No, we didn't. We didn't almost. We did.
Oh,
trade
that's right.
him.
You did trade him. My bad.
we
And
did trade him.
Then the Hornets lied about homeboy's injury. It was like, never mind. We can't do this no more. They caught us.
It's like, damn it, we almost had those draft picks.
God damn it.
Oh man.
Anthony says Buddy Hield pisses me off, but if he's hot, we win it. It's that simple. Do you think JJ is legit? You talking about JJ Redick?
JJ Redick. So let's start with Buddy Hield. So
no, let's not start with Buddy Hield. I don't know what version we're gonna
Hield?
get with him, man. No. I do.
The guy takes his braids out. The guy takes his braids out, and all of a sudden he doesn't know how to play basketball anymore.
He had his braids in, didn't know how to play basketball. Are you kidding me? He was 12 and we get 12-3 Buddy Hield, and we thought he was a godsend.
Buddy Hield is pretty much fish shark bait at this point. He's getting traded this offseason for whatever comes
a bag of chips.
The Warriors
everybody's
way.
Getting traded for a bag of chips.
He's not making it out of the offseason. Let's just put it like that. Buddy Hield ain't making it out the offseason. He's going to be traded along with whoever else they decide to trade.
The Monstars showed up and took away Buddy Hield's shooting availability.
Exactly. And then
now he can't do it.
Next question. Do you guys think JJ Redick, that's who we're talking about, is legit? So the answer is
to be determined.
For B is to be determined. For me, I'm leaning towards yes. Obviously, I'm a little bit biased, if you can't tell. But the reason I say that is not because of the fact, because they got Luka Doncic, so that kind of makes up for a lot of the strategy you think you might have, right?
Yep.
But defensively, the way that they're playing, I think you do have to give him some credit. They did pull out a pretty good defensive strategy against Nikola Jokic. I thought that worked well. Even a couple of weeks back when they played the Knicks, they took Big Cat out of the game completely, just about.
You know what they did? They got him involved in pick and rolls, and those are two players that cannot play in the pick and roll. They are terrible at it, and no one does it, and the Lakers finally did it, and it actually worked out for them in those two games. Get Jokic away from the hoop, he's garbage after that.
That's exactly what happened. Because he keeps getting involved, and again, you can do this when you have a LeBron and a Luka on the court at the same time. So that's where I'm saying I'm not fully in with JJ yet, but I'm definitely leaning that way, because how many other teams in the league can take two players like that and have them pretty much just play mismatch games and set screens for one another? Like it's not something that you traditionally see in the NBA. So
yeah, that's for sure. What else we got? Is that it? Well, is that it for the NBA? Do we cover it all? Because, man, I can't wait to talk about our next subject. We can't.
Yeah, let's move on. Let's see.
Let's move on like Deebo Samuel did to the Washington Commanders.
Oh, boy. Let's talk about it. So, Deebo Samuel announced that he wanted to be traded, and the 49ers said,
that didn't take long.
Hold my beer. And they came back with the proposal that, well, wasn't that exciting, I must say. If you're 49ers, you're probably just thinking, we got rid of Deebo Samuel for the purposes of getting rid of Deebo Samuel? I mean, they didn't really get anything in return, folks. Deebo Samuel for a 5th-round pick, done. He goes to play with Jaden Daniels, who I think he'll have a great time playing with. The Washington Commanders do not have a go-to wide receiver at this point, and I think he gives them a veteran presence. So I think this is a great pickup.
I think the Commanders
for the Commanders.
Absolutely.
I don't know what the Niners get out of it other than they don't have a disgruntled player anymore. But a 5th-round draft pick for a guy who was the second best,
at
wide
some
receiver.
points, he was the best wide receiver for that team.
And rumors are that Brandon Ayuk
is also going to be
may also be on the market. So I think you already said it, but I'll give my opinion. Huge pickup for Commanders. Unless the 49ers have another domino move in the hand, doesn't look that great right now.
Well, so you look at the free agents that are on the market. Obviously, the big attraction will be Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
Do the Niners make a really strong push? And I think at this point you have to. Because if you're already throwing it out there that you're looking to get rid of your 1 and 2 receiver, and your number 1 receiver was just paid an excessive amount when you probably could have avoided
that's
that.
That's going to be a tough trade.
like you could have really avoided having to sign Brandon Ayuk because he had 1 year left on his contract, which was this year, and now you're stuck with that contract. Like you got to find a team that's going to be dumb enough to take that contract where the man got his
That's
knee
rough.
absolutely blown out. And so you got that. You have Brock Purdy's contract. And then now you got to go out and get a wide receiver.
Yeah.
Like you're not
It,
finding one in this draft. You have to go
it
out and
has to be Devontae Adams, in my
it
opinion.
has to be.
If you're the 49ers, you got to be thinking Devontae Adams is going to get released from the Jets. Released, by the way, he didn't even get traded, y'all. Devontae Adams didn't
Yeah.
even get traded.
They said, don't come back with your boyfriend.
And
He
you would
said, don't
think,
come back.
and you would think that the Jets would have at least had some discussions to see if they could have got some value out of this, because they obviously aren't doing that great either right now, right? But they literally were like, you know what? We're good. We got a new coach. We're gonna start with a clean slate. Kick rocks, buddy. And that was it. It was over. So yeah, if I'm the Niners, I'm definitely picking up the phone right now. So Lynch, get on the phone. Hey, Devontae, you want to win the Super Bowl? Guess what I got? Young quarterback and plenty of receptions for you. So
Oh, yeah.
get him on the phone. 49ers, I think that would be a great pickup for them to get Devontae Adams. And to be honest with you, looking at the timing of how this is happening, I kind of feel like
Right
there's some
before the
scheming
draft.
going on. There's something
Right.
happening here.
There's something brewing.
So something's a brewing, but the 49ers know that they need to try to repeat that championship pursuit, which they kind of lost last year. And after seeing the way the playoffs worked this year, I'm pretty sure the Niners were thinking, yeah, we could have got in, because the Detroit Lions, they fell flat on their face. They didn't even bother to show up.
And here's the best part about this here is the I told you that look, they got their deep threat in Terry McLaurin, right? Like he
Yes.
had a breakout year this year.
Yes.
But what you've got going on is when you bring Deebo Samuel in, he brings that West Coast offense. He just needs 5 yards and
Right.
you let him do the rest. That's why this is so big for the Commanders now, is because they can really, this offense could change it in a heartbeat
Yep.
here. Don't forget you got Luke McCaffrey, who was, that he was a rookie, but he wasn't that bad.
Yeah, a little
You
run.
got Zach Ertz, who had a resurgence
He did, didn't he?
as a
At
tight
the end
end.
of the season, yeah, he
You
did.
have Austin Eckler. You have Brian Robinson Jr. This addition makes the Commanders that much more scarier as a team. And all Jaden Daniels needs are more weapons.
Yeah.
And he's got it now.
Yeah.
And dude, Debo was a very hard man to tackle because, yes, is he fat? Absolutely. But the man also runs with the physical purpose as well.
Yeah.
We've seen it in time to time in the playoffs, in the regular season. The man is a very hard man to bring. Hell yeah, I'm going to call him fat. I'm going to call it as I see it. People call me fat and they see it. So
it's a rough world, folks. It's a rough world.
Again, Jaden Daniels has got weapons here, and the Commanders are doing the right thing to ensure they know they have a legitimate shot of getting to a Super Bowl, especially after playing in the NFC Championship game. So why not take a shot on this?
Absolutely.
This is a great shot.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I know we're gonna get more news as the draft approaches, and see hopefully a few more things happen along the way in the world of the NFL, which is a little bit far off. Yet they somehow find a way to be in the news. And
did you see the combine at all? Like the amount of people that were there. Remember when the combine used to be in an empty stadium?
Yeah.
And it just used to be the GMs.
Yeah, and some guys, some rando scouts.
Now it's a full stadium. Like, dude, I'm not. Can you imagine living in India? Like, hey man, you want to watch a guy in tight shorts and a tight top and run these routes like he's God's greatest gift to earth? Like, no, this does not identify what kind of player you're about to get.
It doesn't.
No. Why do we care about that?
Yeah, and you're also starting to see a trend where a lot of players from from the collegiate level aren't even participating in some of this stuff.
No, you know why? Because they're waiting for their pro day.
Yeah.
If you want that much attention to the NFL combine, you have to eliminate the college pro day.
Yeah.
You have to. Other than if you don't do that, that's all they're going to focus on is their pro day. So The NFL's got to make it. I think they should just get rid of the combine, have guys travel. The college does it when they recruit. They go to high schools. That's what they do in the college level. So bring that to the pros.
Yeah.
You go to a pro day, dude. It's just too long. It's too long. It's too boring. I don't care that a guy could run a straight line and look left or right and catch a ball. Like, I do not care because he ain't running across the middle and getting crushed by a linebacker.
Oh yeah, the only thing great about the combine is when a guy gets hit in the head with a football.
when he looks the wrong way.
It's either that or the big guys trying to run out the 40 time and fall flat on their face at the end.
Why we got fat guys running?
I don't know. What is the point? I have no idea.
No one cares about that.
Offensive linemen running 40s should be banned. We need to get that out of the combine immediately. Nobody wants to see that. No one.
No, man, that's too much.
Like
it's too much blubber from one man running down the 40-yard dash, man. Like, nobody gives a crap.
Oh man, it's literally too much and figuratively too much.
I don't care about a vertical jump, all right, because they're doing this with no pads on.
Exactly.
Right? I don't care how far a quarterback can throw the ball because let's be honest, everyone doesn't throw the deep ball that much. I do not care.
Right.
Like, Jesus Christ, man. Just get rid of the combine, man.
Wow, that guy throws perfect passes in an empty gym with him and just one right guy.
That's just like NBA players in the offseason.
That's like Zion Williamson's workouts, man. Like Zion, right before it never fails. 2 weeks before the season starts, Zion is in a random high school gym dunking, sweating profusely, trying to convince us that he's been working out all the entire offseason.
And he's barely playing this season. Like, we don't care.
What the heck is going on?
Papa J says might as well make it into an American Gladiator obstacle course. That's literally what this is.
They should joust. There you go. Have them joust each other, and we'll use that as a barometer to judge how good a defensive lineman is. Have them joust.
Standing on top of an inflatable, doing lineman drills, see who falls first.
Now we're just getting stupid. Maybe we
but that's how ridiculous
what's the name of that?
Is.
What's the name of that show where you gotta get through the obstacle course and
Wipeout?
There you go. That's the combine.
That's literally what
we just run them through that, man. If they get a good time, then we'll be like, ooh. Or if they get knocked in their face, we'll be like, oh man, that's rough.
You know what the best part is when a quarterback completes a deep pass and you hear the whole stadium go, ooh. Like, y'all never seen this before.
He threw the ball. What? What?
Papa J says, I really don't care how hard a quarterback can throw standing 5 feet away. Dude, first of all, a quarterback's never going to throw it 98 miles an hour and his wide receiver standing 5 feet away. Like,
he's making a mistake at that point.
That means he's getting his ass sacked.
Right.
He's trying to get rid of the ball. Dude, we got to get rid of this, man. We got to get rid of this. Any scout combine, whether it's the MLB, the NBA, hockey, no combine should be allowed. There's a whole reason why we put tape out there on people.
Dude, and the NFL is the only one where it's a big hoopla. The NBA does one, but nobody really watches it. Nobody cares. They just run 5-on-5 drills and do verticals and that's it. They don't.
The sprint drill they do, they're running down a hallway.
Yeah, right. They literally do your 11th grade or 10th grade PE class. Like they run through that gamut of tests for the NBA, and then they actually play some scrimmages. Is where you actually get to see them play a little bit. But yeah, it's.
You know what the NBA Summer League is? That can't be a better showcase.
It's a scrimmage, man.
For what you got.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Summer League is a great scrimmage. It's a great scrimmage. And matter of fact, you're going to get way more out of Summer League than you are out of any silly combine that the NBA can possibly run. Matter of fact, that's what they should do. No pads, flag football. Just throw all of the ball in there, and we'll watch them do that. I don't know.
I wouldn't mind that. Are you kidding me? That'd be dope.
Just watch the college players go up against each other in a game of flag football.
Yeah, well, you got to watch it for the Pro Bowl game. Might as well watch it for that there.
Right. Exactly.
What's another one that's ridiculous here?
We got something. Trey Lance.
Oh, that's because I don't care how hard Anthony's related to Trey Lance throwing the 98-mile-an-hour fastball
Oh, I see.
5 feet away from his receiver.
The man only has one speed, man. You know what I mean?
I didn't even know that man was playing football. Like,
He's still back. He's still back up in Dallas, right? No,
he's the third string.
Oh, okay.
Second
That's right.
overall pick is a third string.
Cooper Rush is in front of him, of course.
Who would have thought? Cooper Rush, Andy Dalton's long lost twin.
There you go. Red Rocket.
Oh man, I haven't laughed this hard in a while,
man.
dude.
Well,
I've been laughing hard all week, but this was like icing on the cake right here, bro.
What else? I think that it's 7:33 already.
Hey man, baseball's back, and I am super excited for it, man. There's nothing like spring. I mean, look, spring training is just too damn long, but I can't wait for the end of March. We are in March now. March Madness.
It's on the way. It's on the way.
Mike Collins sick for the last couple of days.
Okay. Excuse me, we're live, sir. Watch yourself. We're live.
Oh.
And we're publicly broadcasted. Watch yourself.
I'm calling this. I'm calling out. Do something about it.
Okay. Well, then never mind. All right. But yeah, no, I haven't been keeping up with the teams, but I am looking forward to watching the tournament or some of the tournament. And it's always a good time, man. It's always a good time. You get to see somebody get bumped out in the first, some top team get sent home early or something. And
WNBA's around the corner.
Yeah,
I'm excited for this, man. It's going to be a good season. Hey, speaking of that, I got breaking news here for you.
Oh, boy.
They are moving the Chicago Sky and the Indiana Fever game in Chicago twice to the United Center.
Oh.
Guess why? I can tell you for damn sure it ain't Angel Reese. Guess what? Caitlin Clark selling out another arena.
Yeah, I saw a thing where she was mad that they had, I guess, I don't know, man. Angel Reese was mad about some crap that had to do with that game, the way they advertised it or something. But again, we got to make sure that you get that money and be happy about that money. You know what I mean? Don't complain about Caitlin Clark. Just go and play basketball and collect some checks.
Bro,
if I play,
their free agency was so popular. I got so many breaking news about WNBA players.
Right,
moving.
and nobody like we've
never seen this before.
Why do we care? We never even cared before. And then you got Juju Watkins, who's playing for USC right now.
Oh man, I can't wait to see her.
She is man up in the WNBA sooner than later. And if she ends up getting drafted, now all of a sudden we're stacking talent.
Yo, if no one's seen Juju Watkins play in the collegiate level, I highly recommend watching her ball out. That girl is a stud, along with Paige Bucher as well.
Who?
Oh, I missed the pause part. My bad. Paige from the University of Connecticut.
Okay.
Yeah, she's also a baller as well. But the WNBA's got some real good talent headed their way. And it all started with Caitlin Clark. So continue with this Caitlin Clark bashing because you know why?
Yeah, it's working. It's making money. So keep going.
She is putting she's putting WNBA players into NBA arenas. No more 5,000 seats. You're putting 17,000 seats in an arena. All right. Papa J, WNBA would never survive with Angel Baby Giraffe Reese.
You know what? She serves a purpose. She's the heel, right? Like we talked about wrestling. You need a heel, right? She's the heel, man. That's all. That's what you need. You need somebody out there that's going to be like.
First of all, she embraced that, and then all of a sudden got all sad. And
she needs to embrace it again. Start being a hater again.
Be a villain for God's sake.
Yeah,
ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, you got a sandwich at McDonald's, or a meal or something, right?
It's disgusting, by the way. I tried it.
Yeah,
it wasn't all that good.
The barbecue sauce, I think, is what it's not. I'm not there with.
First of all, no barbecue sauce belongs on a burger. All right.
Whoa.
I went that route. Got a problem with it? Say something about it. It does not belong on a burger. It belongs on my chicken and on my ribs. That's it.
I don't mind it, but it's got to be good because if it's not made the right way, then it's just going to taste weird.
We are getting way off topic.
Yeah, we are. Anyway, folks, we're getting towards the end of this thing here.
Would you rather have barbecue sauce or not on your food?
Yeah, well, you know, like I said, if it's not done right, it's just not good. On that note, we gotta give a big shout out to the folks who joined us in the chat today. I mean, we had Papa J, always available. Got Anthony Loya joined in to pretty much throw a grenade into whatever the heck we were trying to do. And then Katrina, thank you for joining us. We appreciate y'all chiming in today. We're gonna continue to post more videos. We've gotten some good feedback from a lot of our highlight videos, so we're gonna continue to do that, so be on the lookout for that. And then of course some shorter segments, but based on our show this evening. But other than that, y'all go ahead, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done it. If you know somebody.
Look at Papa J plugging us. Hell yeah, Papa J.
There you go. Boom.
Love you for that, man. Dude, we got to take care of our man Papa J, dude. Like, we really
gotta figure it out.
We got to figure out a way to take care of him, man. You're one of our loyals here. You know, always finding a way to tune in, even when he's recovering from surgery, man.
Correct.
We're the first people he goes to.
And we've got the chat to prove it too.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
All right,
Catch
folks,
you later.
take it easy.